another night. I already untied my boot. Did I even finish my... I still gotta finish this before I fill it up. I almost got a stick of butter, I just couldn't. Yoka. I was on a rant about Zelda last episode. This episode, what's it called? What's my episode called? Double check. Next. Back. I'm back. This is the excitement of coming home. Multiple times a day. Me coming in the door front. When I make it, I'm just happy to be back. Blessing every time I make it into my own quarters, living quarters. With barbecue sauce flavor. Damn, I don't know what that's gonna taste like. Ooh. Sauce, look at all that sauce. Damn.
Eliza, hi. Dennis Valentina Taipeque Sasú, 3:20, 8.
When I was a kid, we used to get cow lips. It comes just like this. If I could eat cow lips, I can eat this, guys. So now I'm just rolling in tobacco. Why? Why am I rolling it? Just rolling into smokes. Rolling. The radio will give me the scores in 14 minutes. It's the backbone of my show. Listening to my radio, getting information from other people. I don't get information from Nintendo. I'm on a Nintendo news channel. We just say fuck Nintendo. All that stupid shit they're saying. Stupid. Try to communicate with people who don't speak English. Ask Nintendo. I dropped that sausage in my cigarette ashtray. I just had to wash it off and throw some more sausage in my mouth. That's my money worth. This is me. I'm not Asian, and this is my money worth. At the current rate, I'll drink this beer when I wake up. And get the 700 milligrams of caffeine out of my system. I don't get it. Like, how can people be like this? Okay, look at this guy. Okay, you got your Mario 2. No, hold it up higher. I can't see it, dude. I can't see it. I can't see it, bro. Come on. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about you. You think we give a shit about your Mario? Man, this YouTube has to be personality driven, not sucking off Mario with the trash ass offline gameplay. Streaming your Mario's not online. Why are they online fucking holding up a goddamn Mario? Why is my brother in Atlanta wearing a Bowser baby suit? Goddamn, looks head to toe dressed up like Bowser. That's how you lose all your respect. Guy's damn 51 years old. He's wearing a Bowser onesie that looks like it belongs on a toddler. That could never be me. You want to see my brother? You see, my brother just deleted all his accounts. I can't load up any of his old pictures. Well, why would he want to keep that shit online anyways? He looks ridiculous. Cosplay is cool, not as a Nintendo character, guys. Put some work into it. Your blue overalls, your red shirt, that's not enough for me, man. Overalls are stupid. Fuck overalls. Only people who wear overalls are hillbillies and rednecks and Mario. This is how you lose all respect. You show up in overalls. Show up dressed like Mario anywhere. You better be at a goddamn gas station. You better be working on a fucking farm if you're dressed like that. Maybe a plumber. You looking like, yeah, I want to dress like a plumber. Said nobody. Marino. We just call him Marino because Japan, they are very aware of the Italian army. Marino is a Italian sailman. That's what they call a sailor. They call a Marino. Marino is what everybody on the goddamn boat is called, and they're a mariner. Put some respect on Mario's name. Call him a Marino. He's a goddamn service member, not a plumber. We could take Uncle Sam and just call him Uncle Am. And Uncle Am could have a stupid job. Like burning cash. Who cares? Uncle Am. He not Uncle Sam. We're gonna take a letter off, repackage it for Americans. You repackage Italian culture and sell it back to them. Overwatch, Blizzard likes that Australian culture, and Australians are the biggest customer internationally. They want to pay for they want to play Junkrat. He's like an Australian. Junkertown, that's like a damn Australian map. You got Paris maps. They got, maps from all around the world to suck you in. There's your Chinese map, your Japanese maps. Because these people in Japan, they don't have nice things. They have to pay to get the digital download. And Mario should be a physical product that is never seen online. Mexican maps, Hollywood maps, Kings Row, goddamn England maps. They got Gibraltar maps. Whatever country claims it, they're fighting for it over in the video game. What's the purpose here? To give away locations? To have it? All the Overwatch players condone England losing Gibraltar? You got your Greece maps from season 1. They got maps that look like Dubai. Let's just look at. I'm going to open up. There are 31 maps on this wiki I'm clicking. We got the Antarctic Peninsula. We got Busan, Ilios, Lijiang Tower, Oasis, Nepal, Samoa, Dorado, Havana, Route 66, Gibraltar, Shambhala Monastery, Rialto, Circuit Royale, New Junk City, Blizzard World, what's that, goddamn Disneyland? I see a Brazilian map here. I see a Esperantica map. An Italian map. There's a new Queen Street. It's a Canadian map. I didn't get to play that one. Hanoka. This is a new Japanese map. The Throne of Anubis. What's that? A fucking Egypt map? Volsky Industries. a Russian map, Chateau Gouliard, a French map, Petra, fucking Petra. I'm not sure where that is, I forget. Iran? Necropolis? Well, where the hell is that? My map is Metal Gear Solid 5 because I was there when it became a map. You wouldn't have that map unless I was deployed there. So I can look at Metal Gear Solid 5, that shit, minus the African part. Minus the African. No, there's not a Montenegro map. There should be. What's up, Gold? Yeah, there should be a Montenegro map. Those people don't exist. I'll tell you what, guys. There is a Montenegro map. It is called the Dark Souls. That's right. You didn't know. Because the players don't know. They think there's no story to the game. They can't just come out and tell you that this is about Yugoslavia, ancient Yugoslavia. That's what Dark Souls is about. That's because Castlevania is about Romania. Being appropriate. Talk about what's relevant. You know what's not relevant? WWE 2K. WWE wrestling at a championship because the game's not relevant. It's not competitive. Mario Kart has a more competitive scene than WWE. You look at the statistics on everybody in the original games, they got like a level. Most of the characters have won in like two categories. They're two in two categories, and maybe they're rated 3 out of 5 in a single category. There's probably no characters they have a single 5-star rating in the original game. Let me just brood. Let me have a moment of silence for everything I ever said. No, Mario Kart is okay because it's actually online. And you should stream it because we want to see the other people. Okay? I'm not there just to look at you, like my own personal show, which is all about me. I try to shout, it's about chat too. But Metroid Hunters was an online game. That was good. Nintendo killed that. They'll never put online features back into that. This dude said, I was talking to this dude about is Zelda online. He said if it was, he wouldn't play it. And that's the way they think. If it was online, they wouldn't play it. They want to download the shit. They want to stream the shit. But if it's online, they're not going to play it. It's just like you're scared. You're scared. You're scared you might lose. You can't push the buttons. You don't even have to push it. You hold it down half the time. Okay. There's Mike Jones here. Dude, it's hard to find the Montenegro map. The last time I saw Montenegro map, it had internet activity for what regions played the most Minecraft. And honestly, the Minecraft players are all at the border of Kosovo. In the northern Montenegro, there's a lot of Minecraft players because that's what the Serbians do. The Serbians in Montenegro sit around and play Minecraft, which is a quasi-online game. You know, there's not much offline in Minecraft, but there is. It's a broad spectrum. You can play Minecraft any way you want. It's way more successful than Zelda. Zelda just barely survived. My kingdom for an upgraded home. I might start a GoFundMe just to honestly buy hardware so I can produce my content. I can buy anything I want as long as I can sleep without functioning. I'm gonna watch this video here. It's got. You see this video? I'm gonna watch this one. You just can't trust these Italians, bro. It's gonna be Marino himself, Mr. the Italian Marino torpedo the Germans in 43. Well, that's some dick ass shit. They think you're gonna sink eight ships, bro. Man. I'm gonna watch House of History, 16-minute video. I get a commercial.
Florsdorf flushes out
The Battle of Bastia.
Only hours earlier, German forces seized the port, destroyed Italian ships, and tried to force a retreat. Now, scattered enemy vessels are making a run for it, hugging the coastline as they slip north. A lookout spots movement in the haze, two sub-chasers leading a string of armed barges and a mine layer. They're attempting a breakout. Moments later, muzzle flashes flicker across the water. Shells begin to fall. One splashes close. The crew braces. Engines hum. Turrets turn. The ship's commander issues a quiet order. Open fire. In the hours following Italy's surrender to the Allies, most of the Navy was immobilized by confusion. But not here. Off Bastia, Aliseo is about to enter battle. Not against the Allies, but against her...
Okay, so what we're saying is that as soon as Italy surrendered in 43, that sounds wrong. Did the Italians exit the war that early?
By the summer of 1943, the war in the Mediterranean had turned decisively against the Axis. The Africa Corps had been driven out of Tunisia, Sicily had fallen, and Allied air power dominated the central basin. In Italy, the war had triggered the collapse of fascism itself. On the 25th of July, King Victor III had Mussolini arrested and installed Marshal Pietro Badoglio as head of government. Although Badoglio publicly affirmed loyalty to the Axis, secret negotiations with the Allies were already underway. German intelligence and high command did not miss the signals.
Try to look at my
Hitler and his
reflection.
staff began preparing Operation Axum, a detailed plan for disarming the Italian armed forces
Got a little
and
drop in
occupying
frame.
the country should they defect from the alliance. To the main theatres of land fighting had strategic value. The mountainous island.
Bored already. I missed the scores on the radio. MLB scores. The Reds, 50 and 47, 3 games over 500, have beat the Rockies 2-4. And the Dodgers pulled off a 5-2 victory in San Francisco yesterday. Let's look at the standings. MLB standings. The Giants are 6 games back. The Padres are 5.5 games back. I need to do some research on Padre history coming up. I started drinking my first sip of the beer. Cheers. It was copper from Utah was the most profitable thing in World War I. Copper from Utah. They had so much copper, they needed to enter the war just to use it. Who won World War I? Utah. How does that benefit me? How does that benefit me? What did Utah like to do? They like to kill Germans. This is what Utah does. They kill Germans for fun. I ain't trying. I mean, I watch them Utah. I'm a big Utah Jazz fan. I follow them. I know what's up. They'll be more unpredictable with hockey there. I always hear horror stories about Germans being hunted by Utah in America. That shit could still happen. There's a bunch of people who would like to make that happen. And I'm not making it up. I've seen it. We know it's real. We get reports from Utah. Mormons love killing Germans, okay? We use all that copper. They got rich selling copper in World War I. Dude, that shit was all to kill Germans. I guess Utah, they're just not German. I don't think Germany's gonna claim. The Mormon Church is kind of like YouTube, except YouTube is actually successful, and my testament will be here forever, and eventually they'll have to find a way to archive all the stuff they have in the temples onto YouTube, because it's a superior archival format. Instead of going to the temple to make your next episode, you can just make it from your fucking home, and the temple won't ever get a copy of it. The temple's gonna be storing copies of Steve Young's fucking YouTube videos. Now I'm gonna mention Steve Young in my video, so they have to get a copy of my video, keep it. Yeah, AI is listening. Can you write Steve Young in chat, man? I want to make sure that when you refresh your pages, you get the new Steve Young bullshit. What's he saying about Brock Purdy now? He's still not even at top 250 all time statistically. He's going to take 2 or 3 years just to show up on the all-time. They're going to have to make a top 350 list for this guy, because he's still around 315th rank. Let's double check. Brock Purdy, maybe under 9,000 yards. (9,518 yards. He doesn't even have 10,000 yards, man. And you can have 5,000 in a season. I'm looking at this. It says he's played 3 seasons already. I love Brock Purdy. I just want to see this guy play, because his numbers are so low. Okay, the 49ers, they can win all they want, but his numbers don't go up because they don't have competitive games. He never has to. His fourth quarter, he's non-existent. Let me double check. If he has 9,500 yards, you would hope that maybe a quarter of that, 2,500 would be in the fourth quarter. But I'm gonna tell you, he's probably got under 2,000 in the fourth quarter. I'm asking AI this question, pretty fourth quarter stats, it can't even give me the answer. When AI was new, it didn't have the results from the Super Bowl, and the AI would say, my information is only up to date for Super Bowl 55. If you can get, if you're asking, I try to get recent information. If I'm asking AI, I don't want to ask for ancient shit, dude. If you need ancient information, you should use an ancient source. But you just want to know fourth quarter isolated stats over what is 40. How many games did you play? Against the Buccaneers, he had 160 yards in the fourth quarter. And right now, experts have suggested that the 49ers will lose to the Buccaneers this year. In Tampa Bay, the 49ers have a history of just destroying the Buccaneers. And, I mean, it's a regular season game that doesn't mean anything. So you cannot take the Buccaneers to upset. If it was a playoff game, you still couldn't take the Buccaneers. But NFL says, 49ers will drop that game. Remember, Brock had 160 yards in the fourth quarter last time versus. See what he does. See what he does this time. I'm on this Brock Purdy like flies on shit. I want to have part of my heel turn persona. I've never been a baby face. Never had a man or a valet. I've always been a one-man gang. I had a gang in the 5th grade. I'm a gang leader. You're all my gang. You're all my gang. I'm not ICP. I am a gang. I am not Insane Clown Posse. I am a gang. This shit's getting clogged. I am a one-man gang. I'm all about that life, man. Except I can blend in and pass off as normal. Damn, I wish I wasn't so hot-headed. I wish I didn't yell so much as a kid. Trying to communicate with people who don't communicate at all. So when I stream to improve my communication abilities, that's it. Use it or lose it. I need to pad my chest. Watch it. I need to pad my chest. for my chat to appear on the screen because it's slow ass. There it is. Press and play.
Melodicum average Mario Kart streamer.
YouTube Shorts Thirst Trap.
Melodicum WTF. Blue raised hand with light skin tone. Ultra 4K, ultra wide. 9 pounds his chest.
Tarzan.
41 hours, and 12 minutes, and 12 seconds. 3. End.
You can't trust, never meet your childhood idols. Man, Tarzan is the only guy you can trust because you didn't have to meet him in real life. We just know everything he did. Everything Tarzan did was based upon merit. Merit. He got the Medal of Honor of the Grand Cross, Iron Edition. Tarzan, he could reload the Flak 88 20 times a minute. He liked the big kaboom. Big kaboom. Leaning forward to read my own comment. Classic. Let's listen to DK Daily Shots of Steelers. Y'all get a report from DK. You gotta watch, guys. You only got 40,000. To keep it.
Aaron Rodgers were to be precisely the quarterback that he was in New Jersey, then your favorite football team would be benefiting from the best quarterbacking that it's seen post Ben Roethlisberger. ... Good morning to you. Good Monday morning. Good.
Okay. No, I'm not listening to him. If you turn on the Tonight Show and Jay Leno says like one sentence and then sits down, that's like what it's like, man. He's so excited to say, good morning to you. Good morning to you. A great morning to you from Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what they listen to every goddamn day. Hi, I'm Dan Cavaucci. I'm a Steelers too. These people are so desperate. I need to get a show. Look at some shit over here. Laggy phone. My Steelers logo. I don't deserve it. So we can tarnish it while we're talking shit about. While we're talking shit, you know who we're talking shit about. Okay. small enough. Just, you know what? Fuck them that little minuscule team that means almost nothing to me. Fuck them. The only thing I care about, Steelers. I guess they didn't make any money off of World War II or World War I. The Steelers got rich in the Civil War because they were making bullets. They used to get like 8-year-old kids, 9-year-old kids, and they'd work in the bullet factory. It blew up one day. The place they make bullets with children in Pittsburgh, it blew up because the smoker, and they started. It was all girls because they couldn't have the young boys would smoke. 10-year-old boy. He works in a factory. Yeah, he smokes on break. Even kids used to smoke in Pittsburgh. Now they want me to not smoke. I mean, technically, you could save this pack. 50 years. They're still smoking that World War II tobacco. You can order that shit on like eBay. Get some 100-year-old tobacco. I'm shopping now for old tobacco. I'm gonna go to World War II Soldier, and I can buy it right here. For $54 a pack, you can get a 100-year-old pack. You can get, for $80 a pack, you could be smoking some Japanese World War II cigarettes, man. Everybody's like, oh, I got to do hydroponic weed. No, man. You got Prince Albert in a can. Prince Albert in a can, unopened, for sale. Let's see. That's a $1,500. $100 for the empty can. You could refill the can. You could put some new Prince Albert in the can. And that can would still be worth $100 because the can is worth $100. The can is, a goat can eat that. You could throw it out and like a farm animal is gonna shit that can out. I can't afford a 100-year-old empty can of tobacco, man. That's pathetic, bro. I can't afford a piece of trash, bro. I have to put it on layaway. I can't afford a PlayStation. I can't afford a Nintendo. So I say, fuck them. I had a PS2. That was my last PlayStation. I am a goat. I played PlayStation 2 games. I had the PlayStation 2. I had it. I had that shit. Some girl stole it from me in the army. I know a lot of girls in the army, only one of them stole my PlayStation 2. And I realize now she was never going to play it when I lent it to her. That's right. There's a picture of her in my... You look like Rosie O'Donnell. I'm a big fan of Rosie. Big women, big chins. I like that. It's the Turkish beauty. That's what Turkey women look like. Beer gives you strength. The caffeine just keeps you awake, makes it hard to sleep. Beer makes you want to get tired. Cardiovascular. I don't think I'm getting in better shape. Lucky I have steep hills right outside my house. So as soon as I start walking, it's uphill. I saw this movie in Texas about San Francisco and walking up hills, and every time you take a step, you have to flex your buttocks. You have to snap your buttocks every step. There's always somebody behind you coming up the hill. My battery's at 39%. Somebody mentioned YouTube Shorts in the chat. Yeah, I posted some recently. We get decent, slightly better views than before. I mean, 2 in a row over 1,000, and I'd never had a single short hit 1,000. One of them is a minute, one of them is 6 seconds. It's a Justin Bieber. The other one has plays Rock Your Body. Yeah. I'd rather sit here and flex my chest instead of dance to Rock Your Body. Nobody does that. That's just a suggestion. The black female drill sergeants love to yell "Rock Your Body." Okay, like, so I had a lot of drill instructors yell it. You get to South Carolina, Fort Jackson. I wish I saw more in the Army. I didn't get a second duty station. Only one duty station. And downrange. Some downrange, but they tried to send me to Japan. That almost happened. I think about where would I be in life if they actually sent me to Japan? That would have been going to Japan in 2002. The GameCube would have been brand new. They didn't have good versions of Windows, man. Their computers sucked. He would have still got there and been like, these computers suck. Even the computers the Army had, we had some shit computers back in 2002. And we had a different type of internet. It was called like Sid Per's, the Sid Per's internet. You just don't do anything on that except Tekken Zaibatsu. The Tekken Zaibatsu is like Fight Club. The first rule of the Zaibatsu is don't talk about the Zaibatsu.
Domino's best deal ever.
So any frame data I know is like, I'm not gonna tell you. Frame data is good for Soul Calibur too, because people. I wish the Cowboys were good. I got a can of beans and some macaroni in a clean pan. This is the show now. It's Kraft mac and cheese, you know what I'm saying? Am I having that Kraft mac and cheese, man? Hey, I'm older than Tom Brady. I'm just trying to look like Tom Brady. Well, I'm supposed to look like Tom Brady because I'm a little older, you know. Isn't Mac Jones? Where's Mac Jones at right now? So, macaroni and cheese Mac Jones is the backup on the 49ers. How would I not mention this is the 49ers quarterback. Bradley B, maybe. Are you my friend Bradley from the Army? I don't think you would say it like that.
The Army.
See, your profile pic is not, you're not Bradley. You look like Suge Knight. Are you Suge Knight? Are you cool rapper Cool Modi? I'll pour some beer out for the hobies that couldn't be here. That's for the homies. Arriba la raza. Orale, vato, where are you from? Orale. Should I just speak in the 5 Latino phrases that I remember the most? Once you start drinking beer, it's like food, you really just don't need it. We punish alcohol because it's the densest calorie. It's the most economically viable. If Russia didn't have vodka, they'd all die. That's right. They wouldn't have enough food. Russia has gone the most hungry. Americans have stuffed their faces and poisoned their children. And without even the monks, and the monks sell alcohol. Religious institutions produce alcohol. Instead of having a gold standard for the economy, Pennsylvania wants to have an alcohol-based economy where people are paid in alcohol. It stores longer. You could drink some World War II alcohol. They could take everything that you could produce today. We could eat that in 100 years and then sell it for twice as much, guys. Eating all the food now is just bad. You lose money. You're losing money every time you eat because the price of food goes up. Cincinnati got rich because they could pack the pork and it could store for longer when you need it. The British Navy didn't have enough food that could keep them alive on a long voyage. Lewis and Clark dug up Cincinnati pork on their trip through the Oregon Trail. It was hacked. It was rigged from the beginning. All my goosebumps are coming in right now. It doesn't look too hairy, so we're okay. Only usually once a day do your goosebumps like really jump up. The best of all time versus the greatest of all time. Yeah, Jordan is the greatest of all time and the best of all time. The boat and the goat. Maybe Montana was the best of all time, but Brady is just the greatest of all time. We are living in the best of all time. This is definitely not the greatest. There's been greater times to be alive. We can define today's champions as the greatest. Naomi Campbell, Hangman Adam Page, new champions this weekend. New goats, but not boats. Who is the boat wrestler? Leave your comment. Who is the best wrestler of all time? Probably Macho Man Randy Savage. He's not the GOAT, though. Who is the GOAT wrestler? Hogan? The boat versus the GOAT. I made it over an hour. I checked my battery. Last time was 25. I haven't got a warning, so we're above 20. And it says 26. So I'm going to do a spin. Heavenly Bunny just said my comment was funny. I want to show you this. I got a comment from Heavenly Bunny. Because I noticed her. Yeah. Mountain Dew, good evening, Mr. Mountain Dew Master. Mountain, I want to call, I'm going to give you a special name. Mount Biggest Dickus Dew. Mount Dew. I used to drink Mountain Dew, but it's only 8 calories. If you drink the entire bottle, 12 servings times 8, that's about 88 calories, which is a single cup of coffee. So I highly recommend to not drink Mountain Dew unless you're cutting it with vodka. Captain Morgan's coconut rum, which is my favorite drink, Mountain Dew and Captain Morgan. Why Captain Morgan? I don't know. I was hanging out with a guy in the Army named Morgan Weiss from California, and Morgan had no middle name. And Morgan would always proclaim that if you don't have a middle name, that means your parents don't know Jesus. You are honored to accept the title Sir Mountain Biggest Dew Dickus. You're a famous Roman general. I'm untucking my nuts real quick. Code Red is a vending machine. That shit would just be what you, when you hit a vending machine and they only got Code Red. And that was definitely 20 years ago. 20 years ago is right when Venom came out. But Venom couldn't get the shelf space because Red Bull was getting the shelf space. And still, Venom is 2 cups of coffee. I drank 2 of these though. I had 700 milligrams today. 700 milligrams on 2. No. 688. 688. What's for lunch tomorrow? What's for lunch? Tuesday, chicken thigh, the entire thigh. Monday the 14th. Oh yeah, Monday. Beef. I wish Heavenly Bunny would watch me. She has controller tattoos on the back of her legs. Very modern. Very modern girl. This might be the best Steeler team of all time, I tell you. I definitely have the Steelers going 4-0. I don't think Aaron Rodgers should play in the first 4 games, but of course he will. He will. At the current picture is that Aaron is playing. But those are 4 meaningless games. Let's look at the Steelers' schedule. Pittsburgh Steelers' schedule. The Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Jets, and the Seahawks. Those are not tiebreakers. There's 3 NFC games. It's crazy. There's August. Okay, so September. AFC matchup, Jets. NFC matchup, Seahawks. 3rd week, Patriots, Vikings. So they played 2 NFC games in the first 4 weeks. A Patriot game, a tiebreaker versus the Patriots, that might not matter in week 16. If you need a tiebreaker versus the Patriots in week 16, there's something wrong with the team. Okay? But they should win in New England. The Jets game is the same as the it's not an important win. Mumbling the same shit I said a couple days ago. I want to finish my beer. It took me a whole hour to drink it. It's still up to here. Code Red. Ken Masters is now playable in City of Wolves. So what? He's too generic. Is just generic. Like they've taken all the lusters from Ken. Battletoads was the worst thing that ever happened to video games. We could have just had better Double Dragon games. Double Dragon was probably the pinnacle. Nothing was better than multiplayer Double Dragon. Multiplayer before that, with 2 players at the same time, I don't know. Double Dragon was a good game. Battletoads is not. I am a Battletoad. By the way, you see my little frog, right? Yeah, the frog is a Battletoad. Come on, sub counter. See, I got a helmet. I'm a frog. We're about to hit 1560. Better than not hitting it. Come on now. Hit the bell. Be here right away when I start my next episode, which could be from the horizontal from the iPad, or it will be after I recharge. Recover. You have to recover from playing too many videos. You have to recover from playing too many. Right now I'm wearing myself out. That's what I'm doing. Gob fam, welcome to my show. Earlier I was complaining about Zelda. You know, what's a good American supposed to do other than improve the shit we play with? Prince Albert in the can. I was telling my audience that the empty can is worth $100. If you have a nice package, it might be worth more than a day at work, you know? I got old trash around here like, okay, I got a 1995 Boba Fett. He's missing his cape. Dude, this might be worth more than an hour on the job. You might work an hour just to buy something like this. Okay, that's worth at least an hour. I like taking my Boba Fett's out of the package so I can truly enjoy it. And look, I haven't lost the gun, so I can threaten my audience. I'm a gangbanger. I'm a cap peeler. I can fake it. You know that just the gun itself, that might be worth $20. The jetpack, well, the jetpack, I could sell that by itself. I could get more money if I sold all three pieces separately. That's how old things are. Even with a car, it's worth more if you can take it apart and sell it piece by piece. That was the big get-rich economy thing, you know. Right now they take your Cadillac converter right away as soon as you stop looking. It's 12:59. I can finally get the radio to tell me what.
Is reportedly being shut down after playing 2 games at the NBA's Las Vegas Summer League. In the WNBA, wins for New York and a comeback against Atlanta and Indiana over Dallas. Caitlin Clark, 14 points, 13 assists. Browns rookie running back Quinshon Judkins is facing a misdemeanor domestic battery charge in Florida. At the Women's Euros, England won 6-1 against Wales. Chelsea took the FIFA Club World Cup final in New Jersey, shutting out Paris Saint-Germain 3-0 in front of 81,000 fans. Number 1 seed Yannick Sinner won the Wimbledon title in 4 close sets against Carlos Alcaraz. Alex Palou was the IndyCar winner at Iowa, his 7th victory this season. NASCAR's event went to Shane Van Gisbergen. Major League Baseball's now on All-Star break after St. Louis took the late game 5-4 over Atlanta. The Dodgers beat the Giants in 11 innings. I'm Steve DeSager.
LA beat San Francisco. I want to hear that. I need to hear that. Right now, everybody in San Francisco is like, fuck, dude, Dodgers beat us. Now we're behind the Padres. We're chasing the Padres. The Franciscan monk, the order of the Franciscan monks has fallen. Yeah. I just got a notification. Asian historian, let's listen.
America's Best makes it so easy for me to book an online exam. All I had to do was go on my phone, type in the website.
The German occupation of Lithuania during World War II was a period marked by brutal repression, widespread atrocities, and profound suffering. Following the rapid advance of Nazi Germany into Eastern Europe in 1941, Lithuania, which had been forcibly incorporated into the Soviet Union in 1940, found itself under German control. The occupation dramatically reshaped Lithuanian society and left a lasting impact on the country's history. Background: Lithuania between 2 totalitarian regimes. Before the German invasion, Lithuania experienced significant turmoil. In 1940, the Soviet Union annexed Lithuania as part of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact's secret protocols dividing Eastern Europe between Nazi Germany and the USSR. Soviet rule brought political purges, mass deportations, and repression. When Germany launched Operation Barbarossa in June 1941, invading the Soviet Union, Lithuanian territory quickly fell under German control. Many Lithuanians initially saw the Germans as liberators from Soviet oppression, but this hope was soon crushed by the harsh realities of Nazi occupation, establishment of German control.
The German military and SS forces rapidly established administrative control over Lithuania, incorporating it into the Reichskommissariat Ostland, a German civil administration covering the Baltic states and Belarus. The occupation regime sought to exploit Lithuania's resources, suppress resistance, and implement Nazi racial policies. Atrocities and the Holocaust in Lithuania. One of the darkest aspects of the occupation was the Holocaust, which had catastrophic consequences for Lithuania's Jewish population. Prior to the war, Lithuania was home to one of the largest and most vibrant Jewish communities in Europe. Following the German arrival, systematic persecution, ghettos, and mass executions began almost immediately. Lithuanian collaborators, including militias and local auxiliaries, played a significant role in carrying out Nazi genocidal policies. Approximately 90 to 95% of Lithuanian Jews, about 190,000 people, were murdered, one of the highest percentages in Europe. The massacre at Ponary, near Vilnius, where tens of thousands of Jews, Poles, and others were executed, stands as a grim symbol of this brutality. Impact on Lithuanian society. Beyond the Jewish community, the German occupation brought widespread hardship. Political repression targeted communists, partisans, and anyone suspected of anti-German sentiments. Forced labor conscription sent many Lithuanians to work in Germany. The Nazi regime suppressed Lithuanian cultural and political life while exploiting the country's economy for the war effort. Lithuanian resistance. Despite harsh repression, resistance movements emerged. Partisan groups fought both German and later Soviet forces. Underground networks sought to preserve Lithuanian culture and support victims of Nazi policies. Some Lithuanians joined the German military units, including controversial formations like the Lithuanian Auxiliary Police, which were involved in anti-partisan operations and atrocities. The end of occupation and Soviet return. As the Red Army pushed westward in 1944, the Germans retreated, and Soviet forces reoccupied Lithuania. The end of Nazi occupation did not bring freedom but rather a return to Soviet domination, leading to further repression and deportations. The German occupation of Lithuania remains a painful and complex chapter in the nation's history. It is remembered for the immense human suffering, the near destruction of the Jewish community, and the moral ambiguities faced by Lithuanians under occupation.
You need parts? We got parts. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Teddy Bell, Ultra Wide 21. 9 Army Girl, stole my keys too. Bradley B. Remember me? Bradley B. I'm back. Mountain Dew Master. Good evening, Mr. Belcher. Mountain Dew Master. LOL. I'm honored to accept the title. Mountain Dew Master. Baja Blast. End code. Fill my veins. Mountain Dew Master. Code red. At Good Fan, what you doing? Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 Radio. Your owner. Do you own firearms?
I want to congratulate everybody for a good show. I want to congratulate everybody for a good show. Usually I say good show as a comment immediately after I end an episode. But I still have above 10% battery. And the beer is still... You think I'm playing? So I gotta finish my beer. Otherwise I'll start a new stream. don't want to finish my beer while I'm not streaming. Right? You wouldn't like that. Dory says, don't do that. I'm not afraid of exposing my subconscious. Even when I'm mumbling, I just consider mumbling not worth recording. I'd like to go shopping for nice scissors. I was watching a police activity video this weekend. They're like, he's got scissors. I'm like, man, they already busted my idea. We're waiting for Dusk Bloods to come out, right, Nintendo? Back to talking shit about Nintendo. Come on, I want to watch Dusk Bloods. There's literally almost no hype for the Dusk Bloods. Let's take a look at this. 4 subscribers. So let's go ahead and press. I'll subscribe to something while I'm streaming. I have already watched half of the. Let's look at what's the recent information from 3 days ago about is it upcoming multiplayer. Where does it say multiplayer? Player versus player environment gameplay on Nintendo Switch. This is the new Nintendo game. I can't wait to watch this game. I don't need to play it. I'm not satisfied. The only thing that satisfies me is something nice to watch. Mario Kart's boring. Dory's bored watching Mario Kart. She's like, this game's... Finding Nemo would be a better racing game. Because she goes fast through the ocean, dodging things. She's not impressed by the speed of Mario Kart. It's not the bee's knees. Can't wait to cook this macaroni and cheese. I'm sitting on a single can of beans. Where's my can of beans at? I want to show you. That's what's about right there. Let's take a look at the calorie content. 120 calories times 3 is 360 calories for the whole thing. That's 4 packages of mayonnaise, guys. You could have just 4 packages of raw mayonnaise and get the same calorie intake on the go. I couldn't even find mayonnaise today. It's hard to get mayonnaise to go. Can I get the mayonnaise to go? I looked at the price on the shelf, $6 for a squirt bottle full of mayonnaise, which has about only 1,000 calories in it. Okay, so you're paying $6 for 1,000 calories, or you can get a package, which usually doesn't cost anything. You gotta take as much mayonnaise as you pay for. If you pay for a hot dog, that means you paid for the mayonnaise. Take as much mayonnaise as humanly possible, because you have to bulk up, guys. I'm trying to bulk up. I'm still trying to gain weight. I'm trying to gain weight. I'm trying to gain weight. I'm trying to bulk up, okay? Trying to maintain my bulk without working for it. Okay. So how do you do it? You get denser calories. I miss my avocado tree. I hope that avocado tree is still alive after the Altadena fire. Hey man, when you buy a house, you actually just want to buy land near a tree that has food on it, okay? Because if your house doesn't have free food coming out of it, you can't live there, okay? So you could go live where apples grow, or you can live in an inner city like San Francisco. There ain't no food growing around here. Everybody had to use gasoline to get the food in. I gotta hit this one. Look at this one. I want to watch this one. How the Balkans will become a battleground in World War II. Okay. Let me click.
Your fingertips. Take advantage of the
If I get a copyright strike, I delete my episode. I don't care.
The Balkans, a region of diverse cultures, ethnicities, and turbulent history, became one of the most contested and violent battlegrounds during World War II. From 1941 to 1945, this mountainous and fragmented area was engulfed in a complex web of invasions, occupations, shifting alliances, and brutal resistance movements. The struggle for control over the Balkans not only reflected the wider conflict between Axis and Allied powers, but also ignited long-standing ethnic tensions that shaped the region's wartime experience. Strategic importance of the Balkans. The Balkans held critical strategic value during World War II. Geopolitical position. The region acted as a gateway between Central Europe, the Mediterranean, and the Middle East. Resource riches. Its natural resources, including minerals, oil fields, and agricultural products, were vital for war efforts. Control of the Mediterranean. Dominance over the Balkans influenced naval control
Submarine
and supply
ports.
routes in the Mediterranean Sea. These factors made the Balkans a coveted prize for both Axis and Allied forces. Axis expansion and invasion. The Axis powers sought to secure the Balkans early in the war to safeguard their southern flank and secure resources. Italy's ambitions. Fascist Italy aimed to expand its influence by invading Albania and launching an ill-fated attack on Greece in 1940. German intervention. Germany quickly moved to secure the region after Italy's failures, invading Yugoslavia and Greece in April 1941. Occupation and division. Following the conquest, the Balkans were partitioned among Axis powers and their puppet regimes, leading to fragmented control and instability. Fragmented resistance movements. The Balkan peoples responded with fierce and diverse resistance efforts. Yugoslav partisans. Led by Josip Broz Tito, they organized one of the most effective communist-led resistance movements in Europe. Chetniks. Serbian royalist forces initially resisted the Axis, but later engaged in complex collaboration.
The Chetniks. The Chetnik. Bruh, the Chetniks, bruh. Oh, Chetniks, bro. You can blame everything on the Chetniks and their single campaign year, keeping the Serbians occupied so they wouldn't cross the Danube. Okay, well that just had to be done. Obviously, Serbia would have pressed Austria. But when Germany annexed Austria, there wasn't a problem with Serbia anymore. And you were never supposed to be a problem. You were supposed to be lightning eliminated. Okay, 1% battery. Good episode. I told you before I ended.